What if you feel overwhelmed by mental health care tools? So, if you have a shame voice, a guilt voice, a perfectionistic voice, and you're trapped in it, it's like tar, it's sticky. You try to get it off, but you can't. And you got all these tools. You got positive self talk, compassion, mindfulness, for the most part, and thinking, journaling, asking what you need. And all these tools, it might seem like you're trying to juggle all these different things, and it's like it's too much. So what do you do if you feel overwhelmed by all the self-care mental health tools at your disposal? I'm Jared. I'm a former binge eating wrestler turned Zen monk, and now I help overeaters create sustainable healthy eating habits and overcome binge eating sabotage. And so let's dive into this video. If you do like the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, please. It really helps get the word out there. And in a nutshell, learning these mental health tools is a lot like learning a guitar. Now, I remember, or any musical instrument. Now, I remember as a kid, I would play piano and I would get so mad. I would try to be doing these intricate chord progressions. I'd be trying to do C major and D and try to blend it all together. One of the songs I played was Furelise, da 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 da, or that's Moonlight Sonata, the other song. Anyways, these are tough songs. And I remember just being so furious with myself. And this fury was actually how I treated myself when I tried to stop binging, when I tried to stop smoking marijuana, when I tried to not be mean to myself. See, I would get triggered and I would know I was getting triggered, and I'd feel like I would try to be mindful. I'd try to be kind to myself, and I just feel like it wouldn't work. And it's the exact same feeling I had when I was banging on the keys, or if you were playing guitar, smashing the guitar, like really fury at knowing you're trapped, trying to get out, and not feeling like you can get out. So how do we overcome that? It can seem so complicated in the beginning. In a nutshell, what we want to do is trust the practice. Trust the process of practicing. So when you just show up every day, you will learn these skills over time. Now, here's the number one thing that comes up for a lot of people, because you've probably heard of, oh, just take things small, just do a little bit every day. You might have had an exercise routine, for example, that you did a little bit each day, but then you fell off and you stopped exercising, right? Why should learning the skill of mental health self-care be different from the skill of exercising or the skill of piano or anything else like that? The answer is really simple. Previously, when you were trying, let's say, to develop an exercise routine or whatever skill that you ended up quitting, if we look at the Maslow hierarchy of needs, the emotional needs weren't being satisfied. It was like trying to have a stable foundation, like a stool, but not having three legs, like having lopsided stools, so it's going to fall. Now, in terms of health, a lot of the times people have one leg of the stool, nutrition or exercise. They logically know what to eat. They know they should exercise. But the other legs of the stool, the thoughts and the emotions, they are not developed. So the stool falls over. This is also the same thing about what I'm talking about with Maslow hierarchy of needs. Either your hunger or safety, some of your primary needs are not being satisfied. And so it's like a house of cards that just falls over. But with mental health care, these are the tools to help you meet your fundamental needs. These are the tools to help round out the stool, to give you a really stable foundation. So, to recap, you practice these mental health tools, a little bit each day, and over time you get better. over time, just like the guitar once seemed really complicated, over time the guitar becomes, uh, you know, flow, strumming, playing. It becomes second nature. It becomes something that you just do. So I hope this makes sense, that learning to listen to yourself and to meet your needs is a lot like learning to play an instrument. The only difference being, if you had quit, an exercise routine or meal plan before, it's largely because you never really were taught the skills of how to meet your emotional needs. And these are the skills that are going to help you meet your emotional needs. And that's why it'll work when other times maybe it ended up in self-sabotage. Hope this makes sense. Please like the video. Helps get the word out there again. And namaste.